If you've been feeling unseen, tired, and under attack, that's not coincidence. Archangel Michael is pleading with you to see this before midnight. There is a strange stillness in the air tonight. Have you felt it? That heavy weight pressing on your spirit, the one that makes you feel invisible, tired, forgotten. You've been fighting battles no one sees, carrying burdens no one asks about, and surviving attacks no one warns you about. You didn't imagine it. What you're feeling is real, and it is not just physical or emotional. It is spiritual. Heaven has been watching closely. Every tear you cried when no one was around. Every night you lay awake, unable to rest, even though your body was weak. Every time you said, "God, where are you?" It was heard. Archangel Michael hath been standing on the edge of battle, sword drawn, waiting for this exact moment. Why? Because something powerful has been moving in the unseen realm, trying to block your purpose, trying to silence your voice, trying to stop your breakthrough before midnight strikes. You were not supposed to see this message. It was fought over in the spirit. 3 times it was blocked. But this one made it through. Why? Because this is the one that will unlock the reason behind the pain, the weariness, the confusion. This is not just a message. It is a spiritual rescue mission. You are being seen. Right now. Right here. And everything is about to change. Archangel Michael has come with a warning and a divine instruction. He says, before midnight, something must be broken. Something must be revealed. And something must be awakened in you. The weariness you've been feeling is not natural. It is an attack to make you stop short. The feeling of being unseen was planted to make you give up. But heaven is saying, do not retreat. Do not scroll away. Do not silence the voice that is calling you right now. Because the attack against you is not just about you. It's about your calling, your future, your family, your name, your light. If the enemy can convince you that you are invisible, he can make you invisible to your own purpose. If he can exhaust you, he can distract you. If he can isolate you, he can deceive you. But no more. Heaven is speaking louder than the lies now. There's a countdown in the spirit. Before midnight, something must be revealed to you. That's why this message has come. You are not forgotten. You are not weak. You are not alone. You are being called back into your power, back into your anointing, back into the authority you carry. It's time to see with new eyes and hear with a new heart. This is the first part of a 14-part prophetic release. Every part is a sword to cut the enemy's grip on your life. Do not miss one. Each word was soaked in warfare. Each paragraph is a key. The darkness knows what this message will unlock in you. That's why it tried so hard to keep it from your eyes. Archangel Michael is pleading. Heaven is calling. Will you listen before the clock strikes 12? Type I am chosen to receive blessing 1101. Have you noticed how tired you've been lately, even after sleep? You wake up and still feel weak. You try to smile, but something inside you feels broken. You go through the day pretending everything is fine, but your heart knows something is wrong. This is not just sadness or stress. It is something deeper, something spiritual. You are in a war. But it is not with people. It is not with your boss, your family, or your friends. The battle you're facing is in the unseen world. The Bible says in Ephesians 6:12, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers." That means the struggle you are feeling is coming from dark spirits trying to stop your light. They know your future is powerful, and they want to weaken you before you reach it. Type I am rising to get the blessing 7856. This is why you've been feeling unseen. The enemy wants you to believe that no one notices your pain, so you will stop reaching out. He wants to isolate you, because if he can get you alone, he can speak lies into your spirit. Lies like, you're not important, you're too broken, God has forgotten you. But those are lies, and today, we destroy them with truth. Archangel Michael has seen the plan of the enemy. He has come to stop it. But you must hear this clearly. Your fight is not just about now. It's about your future. It's about generations. The enemy fears your prayers, your voice, your purpose. So, he sent confusion, sadness, and tiredness to stop you before you can rise. Type I carry fire to get the blessing 4422. Even your dreams have been under attack. Have you noticed that lately your dreams are strange, dark, where you can't even remember them? That is not by accident. The enemy wants to block the messages heaven is trying to show you. But tonight, that ends. From this moment forward, your dreams will become clearer. Your sleep will become peaceful, and your spirit will receive divine strength. You are not weak. You are in a spiritual fight, and the tiredness is proof of how powerful your spirit really is. If you were not dangerous to the kingdom of darkness, you would not be attacked like this. Archangel Michael is saying, the ones who feel most tired are the ones carrying the greatest assignment. You are not alone. Help has come. Type I am protected to get the blessing 1234. Now listen carefully. The attack did not start today. It began when you were close to a breakthrough. Look back. What were you about to do when the tiredness hit you the hardest? Were you about to pray more? Start something new? Speak up. Help someone. The enemy sent this invisible heaviness to make you sit down in the middle of your journey. But God says, you will not die in the middle. You will rise and finish. Everything in your life that has been feeling stuck is about to shift. But you must stay connected to these messages. Don't scroll away. Don't let distraction pull you back into the fog. Right now, heaven is opening your eyes to see the truth. The weariness, the loneliness, the spiritual silence. It was all part of a larger war. And now you know. Now you can fight back. Type I hear heaven to get the blessing 6745. You may feel small right now. You may feel weak. But in the spirit, you are a warrior. Archangel Michael does not come for just anyone. He comes when something holy is on the line. That means your life, your calling, your soul is deeply important to heaven. That means you are not forgotten. You are highly watched, deeply loved, and fiercely protected. Heaven's armies have surrounded you tonight, not to scare you, but to fight for you, to break what was breaking you, to lift what was weighing you down. This is not just a message. This is your wake-up call. Get ready. The things that were sent to destroy you are about to be destroyed. The things that were hiding in the dark are about to be exposed. And the strength you thought you lost is about to rise up in you like fire. Type I am anointed to get blessing 3150. Have you ever asked, why me? Why does it feel like your life has been harder than others? Why do the attacks keep coming, even when you're trying to do the right thing? Why do you feel unseen and forgotten, even when you pray? The answer is not because you're weak. The answer is because you are marked. You are chosen. You are a target because you carry light in a dark world. The enemy sees something in you that you haven't even seen in yourself yet. He sees the calling, the anointing, the purpose that is waiting to rise inside you. That's why the attack started before you even knew you were in a battle. The enemy always strikes early, to stop something powerful before it grows. Type I will not be silenced to get the blessing 2477. Think back to your childhood. Were there moments where you felt rejected, abandoned, hurt? These were not just bad moments. They were spiritual setups. The enemy wanted to wound you early so you would carry pain instead of power. He wanted to make you question your worth, so you wouldn't believe you were chosen. But Archangel Michael says, now is the time to break the pattern. Now is the time to stop the cycle. You are not under attack because you are cursed. You are under attack because you are carrying something sacred. The pressure you feel is not proof that God left you. It's proof that heaven has assigned something big to your name. When God chooses someone, the enemy notices, and he fights hard. But what he doesn't know is this: your fight has made you stronger, not weaker. Type I am rising from the fire to get the blessing 5632. Even when you were crying alone, God saw you. Even when you almost gave up, angels stood guard over you. There were moments when you didn't even know you were being protected, but you were. The car crash that didn't happen. The phone call that saved you. The dream that warned you. That was heaven stepping in to keep you alive, because your story isn't finished yet. Archangel Michael says, the attack on your energy is about distraction. The enemy knows that if he can steal your focus, he can delay your destiny. Have you noticed that when it's time to pray or step forward, something always pulls your attention away? That's not coincidence. That's a trap. But you're waking up now. You're seeing the pattern. And now, you can break it. Type my purpose is protected to get the blessing 8374. You may feel small in the eyes of the world, but in the eyes of God, you are a warrior in training. You've been through fire. You've walked through storms. And still, you are standing. That is not weakness, that is power. The enemy wanted you destroyed, but instead, you are being refined. Every attack is turning into oil. Every tear is becoming a weapon. Let me tell you something dangerous. You are one prayer away from a spiritual explosion. You are one decision away from divine breakthrough. That's why the pressure increased. That's why things got worse before they got better. Because right before heaven opens, hell tries to close the door. But this time, you're not giving up. This time, you're pressing through. Type heaven is opening for me to get the blessing 6199. The war you're in right now will end in glory, not defeat. The pain will be used for healing. The battle will bring a blessing. Archangel Michael has been assigned to you not just to protect you, but to awaken you. You were not born to live tired, unseen, and broken. You were born to carry the light of God in a dark generation. You are being called out of the shadows. This is your moment. Now, before you continue to the next part, stop and breathe. Something spiritual is happening as you read. Heaven is aligning you. Angels are surrounding you. And the lie that you are unseen is being destroyed. You are known. You are called. And the enemy is terrified that you're finally starting to believe it. Type I break the lie to get blessing 7295. Just like you, there are thousands of souls who feel tired, unseen, and under attack, and they are waiting for the light to reach them. If this message spoke to your spirit, don't let it stop with you. Sow into the mission that's breaking chains through every screen. When you give through Super Thanks, membership, with a PayPal link below, you are planting seeds that will bring light to those sitting in darkness. God says in Isaiah 58:10, "If you pour yourself out for the hungry, your light shall rise in the darkness." This is not just giving, it is spiritual warfare. Your gift becomes a torch in someone's midnight. I believe right now, you are being called to act. Heaven will remember the offering you sow in obedience. Open the heavens through your generosity. Give now, not later. The PayPal link is in the video description. Have you ever wondered why things in your life take longer than they should? Others move ahead, but you feel stuck. You start projects with hope, but they end in frustration. You try to fix your life, but it feels like you're always going in circles. That's not just life. That's not just bad luck. That is a spirit of delay, and it hath been assigned to stop you. Delay is not always denial. But when delay becomes a pattern, it's no longer natural, it's spiritual. There is a dark force that tries to hold back what God is trying to release in your life. And for many years, this spirit of delay hath been watching you, following you, blocking you. You were not wrong to feel like something unseen was working against you. Type "I reject delay" to get the blessing 5020. Archangel Michael has seen the chains. He has seen the doors that should have opened but didn't. The friendships that were supposed to lift you but fell apart. The promises that were spoken over you but never arrived. These were not accidents. The enemy saw your timeline and tried to slow it down. But now, heaven says, enough. There are angels being released to break delay. You are stepping into a moment of spiritual acceleration. What used to take years will now take months. What was stuck will suddenly move. But for this to happen, you must first understand. Delay feeds on confusion, distraction, and discouragement. Every time you got tired, the spirit of delay grew stronger. Every time you lost focus, it built a wall. Type "My time is now" to get the blessing 3411. But now the wall is cracking, and you are about to see things change quickly. You will look back and realize it wasn't you that was slow. It was the enemy that was working overtime to block your blessings. Your job is not to rush. Your job is to rise. Let the Spirit of God lead you forward. Let the voice of the Lord speak louder than doubt. Archangel Michael says, "You have been faithful, even when it looked like nothing was happening." That is why heaven is moving now. Your prayers were never wasted. Your tears were never forgotten. Every moment you kept believing, even in silence, that was counted as faith. And now, the reward is coming. The delay is breaking. Top "I walk in divine speed" to get the blessing 8963. It may start small, a call, an idea at the door. But do not ignore it. It is the beginning of your turnaround. You will know it because peace will come with it. You will not have to chase it. It will find you. Because when the spirit of delay is removed, favor starts chasing you. Even your body may feel different, lighter, stronger. That's not just emotion. That's the power of delay leaving your spirit. For so long, it sat on your chest like a heavy stone. But now, angels are lifting it off of you. Heaven is restoring your strength. It is your time to breathe again. Type "delay is broken forever" to get the blessing 2888. This is not just about getting what you want. This is about becoming who God called you to be. The delay was never just about things, it was about identity. The enemy hoped that if he delayed you long enough, you would forget who you are. But God has remembered. And now, you are remembering too. You are not slow. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are right on time for what God is about to do. The enemy is terrified that you are starting to move again. But this time, you are not moving alone. Archangel Michael hath been sent to walk with you. He has cleared the path. Now you must take the step. Don't delay your obedience. Don't delay your prayer. Don't delay your purpose. The spirit of delay has been broken. Now you must walk like it. Think like it. Speak like it. Heaven is waiting for your agreement. The moment you say yes, the moment you align, everything starts to shift. Type I move in God's time to get blessing 4501. One of the strongest weapons the enemy uses is isolation. He whispers to your soul, no one understands you. No one sees you. You are all alone. And when you begin to believe those lies, your heart starts to feel cold, your mind becomes foggy, and your faith starts to shrink. But today the lie must be broken. You are not alone. You have never been alone. From the moment you were born, heaven assigned angels to you. Through your darkest moments, they stood guard. You couldn't see them, but they were there. That accident that didn't happen. A deep fear that lifted for no reason. That moment of peace in the middle of pain. That was proof. That was presence. That was protection. Type I am never alone to get the blessing 3344. Loneliness is not just about having people around you. You can be surrounded and still feel empty. That's because true connection starts in the spirit. The enemy attacks your relationships because he wants to isolate your soul. If he can make you feel invisible, he can slowly shut your spirit down. But Archangel Michael is here to tear down the walls the enemy built around your heart. This is your divine reminder. Heaven sees you. God hears you. You are not forgotten. In fact, you are chosen. Chosen for something greater than the pain you've been feeling. Chosen to rise even after the fall. Chosen to break the generational chains. You are the one that heaven has marked for restoration. Type heaven sees me to get the blessing 2741. You are part of a spiritual army. All across the world, there are others like you, warriors who've been hidden, tired, and under attack. But now they are waking up. And so are you. You are not an outsider. You are not weak. You are being pulled into alignment with the power of God. The lie of loneliness ends here. Archangel Michael says, you are being surrounded now, not by people who drain you, not by voices that confuse you, but by holy strength, by divine help. The heavens are forming a circle around your spirit. Where once you felt exposed, now you will feel covered. Where once you felt small, now you will feel strong. Type I am surrounded by angels to get the blessing 7839. When you cry out to God, your tears don't fall to the ground. They rise like incense. They fill the heavens with your heart's sound. And heaven responds, not with silence, not with delay, but with fire, with love, and with movement. You must know this. Your cry was heard. That is why this message has reached you. That is why the Spirit is stirring inside you even now. Sometimes God hides you for a reason. You may feel unseen, but heaven is covering you while preparing something greater. You are not being ignored. You are being protected. Like a seed buried in the soil, you've been hidden for a season. But now, the season is shifting, and soon, your roots will become visible fruit. Type I am coming out of hiding to get the blessing 9902. You are not an accident. You are an answer. God placed you in this time, in this season, for a divine purpose. The pain you've walked through was not in vain. It is the very thing that has trained you for what's coming next. Others may not understand your process. That's okay. Heaven does. The angels understand your calling. When Archangel Michael appears in a person's life, it is a sign that a spiritual battle has reached a turning point. If good is wisdom is good, his presence means the enemy's grip is weakening. His presence means your loneliness is being replaced with holy companionship. Let this truth settle in your heart. You are never truly alone. Even now, heaven is sitting beside you, whispering, "Keep going. Don't stop. You are almost there." The war in your mind is breaking. A fear in your chest is lifting. You are not walking in darkness. You are walking through it, and light is ahead. Type "I am walking with heaven" to get blessing 4166. Here's a reason you've been silent lately. A reason your prayers feel blocked. A reason your heart feels heavy every time you try to speak truth. It's not because you're weak. It's because your voice is dangerous to darkness. The enemy knows something most people don't. When you speak with the power of God inside you, chains break. That's why he's been trying to make you quiet. This isn't just about your mouth. It's about your spirit. Your voice is not just sound, it is authority. It is light. When you declare truth out loud, the enemy's lies lose their power. That's why the attacks have come, not just to harm you but to silence you. When the enemy cannot destroy you, he tries to mute you. But now, your voice is coming back. Type "My voice matters" to get the blessing 3710. Do you remember the times you felt like saying something, but fear grabbed your throat? Or when you knew you should pray, but couldn't find the words? That's not just emotional. That's a spiritual force working to shut down your sound. Because when your voice rises, heaven moves. And when heaven moves, the enemy loses ground. The devil fears a praying believer. He fears the one who can worship through pain. He fears the one who declares freedom even when everything looks broken. And it's exactly who you are becoming. That's why you've been under so much pressure. Because the enemy knows, once your voice is free, so are you. Type "I speak with heaven's power" to get the blessing 4588. There is power in your words. When God created the world, he did not build it with his hands. He spoke, "Let there be light." And there was light. You are made in his image. That means your voice creates too. You may not be creating the sky, but your voice can create peace in chaos, healing in pain, and strength in weakness. The enemy wants to keep you silent so that you will stop creating life with your mouth. Every time you say "I am tired," he gets stronger. But every time you say "I am rising," heaven starts to move. The enemy is afraid that you will start speaking God's words over your life, that you will start speaking blessings instead of curses, hope instead of defeat, power instead of fear. Type "I will not be silenced" to get the blessing 6801. Archangel Michael says, "This is the season of your sound." That means this is the time where your voice will begin to carry weight in the spirit. You will no longer whisper your prayers with fear. You will speak boldly. You will call angels into your home. You will declare things over your life, and they will shift. The sound of your voice will shake spiritual walls. Some of the healing you need will not come from others. It will come from your own mouth. When you say "I forgive," something inside you will break free. When you say "I trust God," the fear will start to fall off. When you say "I will keep going," your strength will return. Speak life, even when you feel death. Speak hope, even when you feel lost. Type my sound breaks chains to get the blessing 2094. You may think, but I'm not a preacher. I don't know what to say. Let me tell you, you don't have to preach to break darkness. You just have to be honest. Speak what is true. Say what you need. Whisper if you have to. God hears you all. Even your softest cry has more power than the enemy's loudest lie. God is restoring your courage. That's why you feel this fire in your chest even now. You are not imagining it. It's real. Your voice is being strengthened again. A tired feeling in your throat. That's leaving. A heaviness in your chest. That's breaking. That fear of being misunderstood. That's going to. Type my roar is returning to get the blessing 5992. You don't have to stay silent anymore. The world needs your voice. Your family needs your voice. The next generation needs your voice. And most of all, you need to hear yourself speak truth again. You've been silent long enough. It's time to make noise. Holy noise. The kind that makes hell nervous and heaven rejoice. Speak even if you're shaking. Pray even if you stutter. Sing even if you cry. God is not asking for perfection. He's asking for participation. When you open your mouth in faith, heaven fills it with power. You're not doing this alone. Angels stand ready to echo your words and bring answers. Let this be your moment. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. Say it out loud. I will not be silent. My voice belongs to God. And as you say it, believe that something is shifting in your room, in your heart, and in the spirit realm around you. Type I speak with power to get blessing 5827. Have your thoughts been louder than your peace lately? Have you been hearing voices in your head that say you're not enough? That you're too broken? That you will never be free? Those are not your thoughts. Those are attacks on your mind. The enemy knows he can't stop God's plan, so he tries to make you doubt it. If he can win in your mind, he can delay your victory. Your thoughts are a battlefield. That's why you feel tired even when you haven't done much. That's why your peace disappears so quickly. The fight isn't always outside, it's inside. And many of the wounds you carry are not on your skin. They are in your thoughts. But today, Archangel Michael says that war is about to end. Type my mind is protected to get the blessing 4620. You have been carrying thoughts that are not yours. Thoughts planted by fear. Thoughts whispered by the enemy. He repeats them until you believe them. I'll never be happy. I'm too far gone. No one really cares. These are lies. They are poison. But they sound real when you're tired. That's how the enemy works. He waits until you are weak. Then he attacks your mind. God wants to heal your thoughts. He wants to speak truth where the enemy spoke lies. His word says in 2 Timothy 1:7, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind." That means fear didn't come from God, and it has no right to stay. You have a sound mind, a healed mind, a peaceful mind. Type fear has no place in me to get the blessing 8031. You must begin to speak to your thoughts. When fear rises, say, I am safe. When doubt comes, say, God has a plan. When sadness whispers, say, joy is my portion. This is not pretending. This is spiritual war. Your words carry power, even in your mind. Declare truth over your thoughts until the lies have no room left. There's a reason the enemy fights your mind so hard. Because when your mind is clear, your spirit becomes bold. When your mind is peaceful, your faith becomes loud. And when your faith becomes loud, heaven moves fast. The enemy is scared of a person who can think with clarity, speak with power, and walk in truth. Type "My thoughts belong to heaven" to get the blessing 9184. Even your dreams may have felt heavy. Nightmares. Restless sleep. Waking up with sadness. That's not normal. That's spiritual attack. But tonight, it ends. Archangel Michael has been sent to guard your thoughts. Even while you sleep, you will be protected. You will dream again. You will rest again. The night will no longer be a time of torment. It will be a time of refreshing. The enemy tried to build a prison in your thoughts. He tried to make you believe that you're stuck, that you're lost, that you're broken forever. But the walls are falling now. You're not stuck. You're stepping forward. You're not lost. Heaven knows exactly where you are. You're not broken. You're becoming. Type "I claim peace over my mind" to get the blessing 5700. Let this be the day your thoughts shift. Take every lie and shine God's truth on it. If the enemy says you're unworthy, remember, God calls you chosen. If he says you failed too much, remember, grace is still working. If he says no one sees you, remember, heaven has been watching since the beginning. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, not just to protect your body, but to restore your mind. The battle in your thoughts is being reversed. Light is entering. Clarity is returning. You will no longer be controlled by fear, by guilt, by memories, or by shame. The old thoughts are leaving. A new sound is coming. God is giving you the mind of Christ. That means you will think with love, peace, and wisdom. You will no longer live in a fog. You will no longer be confused. You will walk with clear vision and strong decisions. You are being healed in your thoughts. Repeat after me right now. My mind is sound. My mind is safe. My mind belongs to God. Let those words become your shield. Speak them again and again until they silence every dark whisper. Let your thoughts line up with truth. Let your mind be filled with light. Type "I think with power and peace" to get blessing 2244. Have you noticed how tired you feel, even after sleeping? It's not just physical. It's a deep tiredness that sits on your chest and weighs down your spirit. You try to be joyful, but your body feels heavy. You want to pray, but you have no strength. That's not laziness. It's not just stress. It is a spiritual attack on your energy, and it was sent to stop you. The enemy knows that if he cannot destroy your faith, he will try to drain your strength. Because a weak believer becomes a silent believer. And a silent believer stops praying, stops believing, and stops moving. The devil has been trying to make you tired so you give up on what you were called to do. But now that attack is exposed. Type "My strength is being restored" to get the blessing 6123. When your energy is under attack, everything feels harder. Even small tasks feel heavy. You start the day hopeful, but by afternoon, your body feels like it's shutting down. This is not just natural exhaustion. It is spiritual fatigue. The enemy has been placing weight on your shoulders to keep you from rising. But Archangel Michael says, the heaviness is lifting. Heaven is sending fresh strength into your bones. You are being refilled. You will not live your life crawling when you were born to run. The same God who raised Jesus from the dead will now raise your energy from the ground. Type "I will rise with fresh power" to get the blessing 4402. God created you to live with holy strength. Not just muscles in your body, but strength in your soul. When He breathes on you, you begin to move again. When He touches your spirit, the tiredness begins to break. This is that moment. You are being touched. Right now, as you read this, the breath of God is entering your room. There are angels being sent to restore you, not just to protect you, but to carry strength to your weary places. Places in your life where you gave up, where you slowed down, where you stopped dreaming. Heaven is saying, breathe again. Hope again. Move again. Type heaven is giving me strength to get the blessing 5570. You may have thought it was your fault, that you weren't trying hard enough. But that's not true. The enemy's plan was to wear you down, little by little. But now the pattern is broken. You are being recharged by heaven. Your feet will move without dragging. Your hands will lift in worship again. Your voice will carry power. This time, you will not grow tired in the middle of the journey. God is also healing your spiritual muscles. Your prayer life will become strong again. Your focus will return. Your fire will be restored. The enemy thought he could keep you down by making you tired. But what he didn't expect is that you would still be here, even after everything. That's why God is rewarding you now. Type I receive divine energy to get the blessing 7086. Sometimes, strength returns not through rest alone, but through revelation. When you realize that the tiredness was not your fault, you stop blaming yourself. And when you stop blaming yourself, healing begins. So right now, let go of the shame. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the thoughts that say you're weak. You are not weak. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You were in a fight you didn't see, and you lasted longer than most would have. Heaven honors that. God sees your effort. He sees how you've kept going even with little energy. And now, He's sending more. Archangel Michael is clearing out the fog. He is tearing down the walls that made you feel like you had to push through alone. You are not alone anymore. Strength is on its way. In fact, it's already arriving. Your body will feel it. Your mind will feel it. Your spirit will rise. You will get back up with new energy, not from caffeine or from rest, but from the Spirit of God Himself. Repeat after me now. I will not live tired. I will walk in divine strength. My energy is holy, and it is coming back. Type I walk in holy strength to get blessing 3555. There is a dangerous lie the enemy tells after you've been through many battles. He says this is just how life will be for you. He wants you to settle, to believe that the pain will always stay, the delay will never break, and your dreams were too big to come true. But hear this. God did not bring you this far just to leave you with half of what He promised. You've survived storms. You've come out of deep sadness. You stood when others gave up. And now the enemy is hoping you'll accept a smaller version of your destiny. He wants you to stop asking, stop expecting, and stop dreaming. But Archangel Michael says, do not settle. You were not created for less. Type I reject the lesser life to get the blessing 8910. Settling may feel safe, but it is a trap. It's when you say, maybe I'll just stay here, even though you know God is calling you higher. It's when you start thinking, maybe I'm asking too much, when in fact, you're not asking enough. The enemy knows that if he can't take everything from you, he'll try to convince you to live with less than God planned. But your spirit was not built for half. It was built for fullness, full healing, full joy, full freedom. God didn't call you out of the storm to leave you in the middle of the desert. There's still more ahead, and heaven is trying to wake up the fire in you to reach it. Type I will walk in fullness to get the blessing 6621. Think of what you stopped praying for. Think of the dreams you packed away. Think of the goals you once held close, but now call too big. That is the battlefield. That is the place the enemy is trying to bury your promise. But God says, dig them up. Speak to them again. I am not finished. Some of you settled because of fear. Others settled because of past disappointment. You tried before, and it didn't work. You believed before, and it didn't happen. So now, you stay still, not because you're at peace, but because you're afraid to be hurt again. But listen, that fear is lying. God is not the same as your past experience. His timing is perfect, and His promises never return empty. Type I believe again to get the blessing 7333. Archangel Michael is shaking the ground under your feet, not to scare you, but to move you forward. Heaven is saying, don't stop here. Don't settle here. There is more. You will see joy again. You will see open doors again. You will laugh again. This is not the end. This is the part where you start rising for real. There are people who gave up after years of trying. They said, this is enough, even though it was only a piece of what God promised. But that won't be your story. You will be the one who kept moving. You will be the one who said, I want everything God said is mine. And heaven will honor that boldness. Type I claim everything promised to me to get the blessing 5004. Let today be the day you stop settling. No more small dreams. No more limited prayers. No more shrinking yourself to fit into broken spaces. You are chosen for greatness, for legacy, for breakthrough. And anything that says otherwise is not from God. Begin to say it now. I will not settle. I will rise. I will believe for the impossible. These words are seeds and heaven is the soil. As you speak them, angels move. Doors shift. Fire comes. You have stayed in this valley long enough. It's time to climb again. Type I'm rising higher to get blessing 2662. Right now, someone else is watching this and feeling the same spiritual war you've been feeling. The tiredness, the silence, the lies. But your voice, your strength, and your support could be the very thing that helps them rise too. When you give through super thanks, membership, or PayPal, you are not just donating. You are sowing light into a battlefield. God is using this message to restore people who have been living under the weight of false promises and silent pain. He said in Malachi 3:10, test me in this and see if I will not open the windows of heaven. This is that moment. I believe you're not here by accident. You were called to help carry the fire forward. If God is stirring your heart, don't wait. Answer the call now. Your gift will bless others. Your support will shake darkness. The PayPal link is in the video description. Move while the Spirit is moving. The enemy has tried many things to break you. He used people. He used time. He used silence. He used pain. And yet, here you are. Still breathing. Still standing. Still reading. That means one powerful truth. You were built for this. This battle didn't come to destroy you. It came to reveal you. Because what's inside you is stronger than what's against you. The devil wants you to believe you're weak, that you're too tired, that you don't have what it takes. But that's only because he sees what you're about to become. He knows what's coming next in your life, and it scares him. That's why he fights so hard. But Archangel Michael says, you are a warrior. And now, it's time to fight back. Type I was born for this to get the blessing 5401. You are not just going through problems. You are being trained in the spirit. Every time you didn't quit, you got stronger. Every time you cried out to God, you became wiser. Every time you prayed, even in pain, heaven took notice. What you thought was weakness was actually growth. Sometimes, God allows battles to show us what's already inside. You already carry power. You already carry favor. You already carry fire. The enemy just doesn't want you to find it. He wants you to stay distracted, discouraged, and afraid. But today, you are waking up to who you are. Type heaven lives in me to get the blessing 6720. You were not created to run from the enemy. You were created to defeat him. You don't need to wait for someone else to fight for you. You are already surrounded by the armies of heaven. Archangel Michael is not beside you just for comfort. He is there to war with you, to push back darkness, and to remind you of your strength. This battle you're in is not forever. What it is important. It's preparing you for what's ahead. You may not understand all of it right now, but you will. You'll look back one day and say, that's when I became strong. That's when I finally saw myself the way heaven sees me. Top my identity is strong to get the blessing 2890. You may have lost things during this battle. Relationship, opportunities, peace. But nothing is truly lost in the kingdom of God. What was stolen will be returned. What was broken will be rebuilt. What was delayed will arrive right on time. This is not the end of your story. It is just the turning point. The enemy does not attack what he does not fear. So if you've been feeling the pressure increase, it's because something inside you is starting to shine brighter, and the darkness is panicking. But it's too late for him. You've already seen the truth. You've already heard the call. And now you're moving forward, battle-tested and heaven-backed. Type I carry divine fire to get the blessing 7102. You must now make a choice. Will you live like you're still under attack? Or will you rise like a soldier of light? Will you keep hiding? Or will you walk like a child of God who knows who they are? The world may not understand your journey. That's okay. This battle was never about them. It was about your calling. Your words have power. Your worship has weight. Your life has meaning. And your pain has purpose. Every part of you is rising into position. You don't need to feel strong to be strong. You just need to keep moving. Heaven will carry you when your feet get tired. Begin to say it now, even if your voice shakes. I was born for this. I will not be broken. I am rising now. Let those words cut through the fog. Let them echo in your room. Let them silence every voice that told you otherwise. You are not the same person you were when this battle started. You are wiser. You are deeper. You are more powerful. And you are not alone. The enemy should have stopped you when he had the chance, but he didn't. And now, your fire will spread. Type I finish this battle in victory to get blessing 3644. Something in the spirit has started moving. It may not look like it on the outside, but inside, deep inside, there has been a shift. The heaviness you felt is lifting. The fog in your mind is clearing. The sadness that sat in your chest is breaking. This is not just a feeling. This is a spiritual change. God has started something new in you. Many times, when God begins to move, the enemy will try to distract you. He wants to make you believe that nothing is happening. But don't fall for the lie. Even if you can't see it yet, the shift is real. The healing is beginning. The light is returning. Your life is no longer stuck. It's beginning to move in heaven's direction. Type "I believe" in the shift to get the blessing 6011. Your prayers did not bounce off the ceiling. They went straight to the throne of God. Your tears were not wasted. They watered the ground for new things to grow. Every time you felt forgotten, you were actually being prepared. Every delay, every tear, every silent night, they were all part of what God is now releasing in your life. Archangel Michael says, the shift has started, and nothing can stop it now. This is why you've been feeling more spiritual hunger. This is why you felt a stronger urge to seek God, to pray more, to be still. It's because heaven is aligning you with your divine time. You are no longer in the season of waiting. You are stepping into the season of rising. Type "My season is shifting" to get the blessing 8440. When God shifts something, He doesn't always make a loud noise. Sometimes it begins with peace, with a moment of calm in the middle of chaos. That peace you've been feeling, that's not random. That's God. That's a signal. He's saying, I'm here now. You can breathe again. Some of you are feeling lighter. It's not in your head. You are shedding spiritual weight that doesn't belong to you anymore. The sadness, the guilt, the shame, it's falling off. Heaven is removing what was never meant to stay. The shift is not just outside. It's inside. Your spirit is healing. Type "old weight is gone" to get the blessing 7188. And doors that were closed are about to open. But not because you pushed harder. It's because you stayed faithful. You stayed believing. You stayed connected. And now, God is honoring that. You're not going to have to beg. You're not going to have to chase. The right doors will open because heaven has already declared it. Archangel Michael is walking ahead of you now, clearing paths, breaking chains, lifting obstacles. What was hard will now begin to feel easy. What was blocked will now begin to flow. This is not just breakthrough. This is divine reversal. The very things that tried to stop you are now turning around to serve your purpose. Type "My way is clear" to get the blessing 3922. God is not finished. He's just getting started. What you thought was the end was really the beginning. What looked like defeat was actually training. What felt like silence was actually strategy. You were being set up for something greater than you imagined. Don't let the enemy convince you this shift is just a moment. It's not. It's a season. It's a permanent change in the spirit. The same way night turns into morning, your life is turning. The darkness is fading. The light is rising. And you are stepping into the promise. Say it out loud now. The shift has started. I feel it. I believe it. I receive it. Let those words anchor you. Let them replace every doubt. Speak them every day until your mind aligns with heaven. You are not going back. You are not staying stuck. You are rising forward with purpose. This shift is your sign. God is not just near. He is with you. Heaven is no longer silent. The angels are moving. The blessing is being released. And your name is on it. Type "I walk in my shift" to get blessing 5099. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but the blessing has already been written with your name on it. God does not forget. Heaven does not lose track. What was promised to you is still yours. It has not been given to someone else. It has not been erased. It is waiting, not because you are not ready, but because the moment must be perfect. Blessings from God are not random. They are assigned. And right now, Archangel Michael is standing guard over what belongs to you. Every delay was not a denial. It was a divine pause to prepare your heart. God does not give blessings to harm you. He gives them to lift you. And He will not let the enemy touch what has your name on it. Type "My blessing is protected" to get the blessing 6014. Some of you have been asking, did I miss it? Lo, you didn't. You think you missed your window. You think you were too late. But God says, you are right on time. Nothing that belongs to you can be stolen when heaven is protecting it. Even the blessings you walked away from in confusion can come back again. Because grace knows how to find you. You waited long. You've cried deep. You've obeyed in silence. And now, heaven is moving. The blessing that was delayed is coming with interest. It will carry more joy, more peace, and more strength than you imagined. Because you didn't give up, God is giving you double. Type double for "my delay" to get the blessing 4205. There are blessings coming that you didn't even pray for. You were too tired to ask, too broken to hope. But God saw what you couldn't say, and He answered anyway. That is who He is. The God who hears whispers, the God who rewards tears, the God who remembers silent obedience. The enemy tried to tell you that you weren't good enough to be blessed, that you had too much sin, too much doubt, too many failures. But those were lies. Heaven doesn't bless perfect people. Heaven blesses faithful people. And you, dear warrior, have been faithful, even when no one else saw it. Type "God remembers me" to get the blessing 7983. You must prepare your heart now, because what's coming will change your life. Not just money or success, but peace, joy, healing, clarity. The things you've been aching for in your soul, they are on the way. This is your confirmation. It's not too late. You didn't miss it. Your blessing is already moving toward you. Some of you are already seeing signs. Random peace. Sudden opportunities. I've said it, Ghanarians. These are not coincidences. They are the footsteps of your blessing. Pay attention. Stay close to God. Don't chase the blessing. Walk in obedience, and the blessing will chase you. Type "I walk in favor" to get the blessing 5366. Archangel Michael is not just defending you. He is also delivering what belongs to you. The blessing has been fought over in the spirit. Delayed. Challenged. Blocked. But it was never denied. And now, it is being released with holy fire. The moment your spirit aligns with heaven, the door will open. You may feel unworthy, but God sees you as chosen. You may feel tired, but heaven sees you as ready. Your blessing is not based on how strong you feel. It's based on how faithful God is. And He is always faithful. Say it out loud now. I receive what belongs to me. I will not live in lack. I will not live in fear. I will live in the fullness of God's promise. Let those words mark the moment. Let them be the key that opens the gate. You are not begging. You are receiving. You are not hoping. You are stepping into what was already yours. The blessing was not lost. It was just waiting for this moment of divine agreement. Type "I receive my promise" to get blessing 9032. There were times when you got close to your breakthrough, but something stopped it. Something would go wrong. Libel would walk away. Plans would fall apart. Right when you thought the door would open, It slammed shut. It felt like the blessing always slipped through your hands. But Archangel Michael says, not this time. This time is different. The battles you fought have broken old chains. The lies you believed are falling apart. Your heart is no longer the same. You've been tested, and you stayed. You've been pressed, but you didn't give up. That's why the breakthrough cannot be blocked this time. The enemy has run out of tricks. Type this time. Nothing will stop it to get the blessing 7,755. In the past, there were open doors, but you weren't ready. Or the door was right, but the timing was wrong. Or the blessing was there, but you didn't believe in yourself. But now you are not who you were. You are stronger, wiser, and more in tune with heaven. This time, when the door opens, you'll be able to walk through it with confidence. The enemy tried to plant fear in your mind so you will run from your own future. But God hath been working behind the scenes. The door that is opening now has been covered in prayer, covered in angels, covered in grace. You don't need to force it. You just need to step into it. Type I will not miss this door to get the blessing 3,882. Here's a breakthrough coming that will shift your life completely. It will bring peace to your home, healing to your heart, restoration to your dreams. It's not just about money or success, it's about freedom. Freedom from the cycle, freedom from fear, freedom from always almost making it, but never arriving. God is clearing the path. What stopped you last time will not stop you again. The people who held you back will no longer have power over you. The confusion that once clouded your mind will not return. The anxiety that kept you frozen will melt in the presence of God. This is a new moment. Type I step into freedom to get the blessing 6,943. Even your body may feel the change. You'll start waking up lighter. You'll walk with more confidence. You'll think clear. That's because the spiritual blocks are being broken. Heaven is aligning things in the background. Divine connections are being prepared. Resources are being released. Help is coming from places you didn't expect. You might feel nervous, and that's okay. Breakthroughs can feel scary. But remember this, fear is not a sign to stop. It's a sign that something big is near. Archangel Michael is not letting you face this alone. The same angel who fought off attacks in your night seasons is now leading you into daybreak. Type my breakthrough is secure to get the blessing 8,420. Let this truth fill your heart. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are not too broken. Your breakthrough was never denied. It was being protected for the right moment. And now, that moment is here. Speak it out loud. This is my time. I will not be blocked. I will walk through every door God opens for me. These are not just words. They are declarations. They are swords in the spirit. Every time you speak them, the enemy's grip weakens. This breakthrough is not just for you. It's for the people connected to your life, your children, your family, your future. The enemy tried to stop you because he knew that if you break through, others will follow. But it's too late now. The shift has already started, and nothing can stop what heaven has already begun. This is your turning point. You won't go back to the same cycle. You won't repeat the same patterns. You won't settle for what's less. You are rising, and your breakthrough is rising with you. Type I'm walking into what's mine to get blessing 9,561. You've made it to the final part of this message. That means you didn't give up. You didn't scroll past. You didn't run from the truth. And that is already a sign of something powerful. Your spirit is awake now. You've seen the battle, the pain, the confusion, but you've also seen the light breaking through. That light is not just around you. It's inside you. Archangel Michael says, before midnight, make your choice. Will you believe what heaven has said about you? Will you take the step? Will you let go of the lies? Everything you need is already in your hands. The chains have been broken. The delay has been reversed. The blessing is on its way. Now heaven waits for your yes. Type I say yes to God's plan to get the blessing 4444. This is not just another video or message. This was your spiritual wake-up call. Your soul knew something was wrong. You felt tired. You felt unseen. You felt under attack. And now you know why. The enemy was trying to stop your future. But he failed. He couldn't keep you from this message. He couldn't keep you from hearing the truth. And now, you're rising. You may still feel weak. You may still have questions. But strength is coming. Light is coming. Peace is coming. The heaviness is lifting. The fire is returning. You are not the same as when this started. Something deep inside you has changed. The darkness has lost its grip. Heaven has won. Say this out loud. I am rising. I am chosen. I will not go back. Let your words mark this moment. This is the new beginning. Type I'm walking in the light to get blessing 5525. If this message reached you, it's because heaven fought to get it here. And now, someone else is waiting, tired, unseen, and under attack, just like you were. But you can be the reason their breakthrough finds them. When you give through super thanks, membership, or the PayPal link below, you are lighting the path for another soul to rise. God's word says in Galatians 6:9, let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not give up. This is that season. This is that moment. You're not giving to a video. You're sowing into a mission. And heaven will reward the seed. Be the light. Be the reason. Move now. The PayPal link is in the video description. Say yes to helping others before midnight.